Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. I do want to thank each and every one of you for clicking on this video. Please make sure to hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to like the video. I do want to start off by saying I apologize for the size of the video. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I switched to a different app that I'm using to edit my videos, and I can't get it to go to the other size. So unfortunately, this video will be in this small little square, but I did just get a new iPhone, so I will be filming and editing on that. So my videos will be a lot better from here on out. In this video, I am using the acrylics glow in the dark. I think the color is called Ghost, if I'm correct. I don't really remember, but it's like that regular, like glow in the dark, kind of off-white type of color. I really liked it, and you can see that the beads, for me, they go on really well. I've always been a big fan of acrylics. They in a way remind me of Dynamic Nail Supply, but I do think that Dynamic Nail Supply is better than acrylics. As you can see, when you blend in multiple beads, they do seamlessly blend into each other. You cannot tell where one bead starts and one bead stops, so that is a plus. If you do have acrylic and you're blending beads together and they're not blending, then obviously it's not a good acrylic. There are mixed reviews about this acrylic. A lot of people do like acrylics and a lot of people don't. I do just want to say that it is personal preference. It's really up to you. I do think that acrylics are super beginner friendly. They're super easy to work with, as I mean, you could probably tell from this video, they're not hard at all. They do give you a lot of working time, which some people might not like. The thing is, I know some people like their acrylics to set faster, especially if you've been working with acrylics for a while and you're comfortable with them. But if that is the case, you can always add a tiny little bit of monomer. Nope, just kidding. You could add a tiny bit of acetone into your monomer, and that will help the acrylic set faster. I know I've said this time and time again about me being out of frame. I apologize, you guys. I'm still trying to get used to the whole filming and not having my hand up in my face. But I did, like I said, get a new iPhone, and I have pretty much figured out my setup to where I can have it where it will be better for filming. It's just been pretty tough on me to try to get that whole thing down, so I apologize again. Another thing, I know I have not been uploading consistently. It's just really hard. I do have a son that is 22 months old. He will be 2 years old on December 31st. So it does make it a little difficult for me to film. Only because he's an extreme mama's boy, and anytime I try to sit down and do anything, he wants to be right there on my lap. So obviously I can't have him sitting on my lap while I'm trying to do nails, which is why I usually only do my nails on the weekends. I will stay up Friday night and film me doing my nails or doing the practice hand while my son is sleeping, and that usually leads me to staying up till around midnight doing my nails. I've actually had this video filmed for you guys for a little bit over a week now. I edited the video like 2 days after I filmed it, and I just have not had time to sit down and do the voiceover until now. So I do apologize. I am trying to be more consistent with the filming. If you follow me on TikTok, you probably see that I do post quite often on there as well. Which it's a little bit easier for me to post shorts, you know, like little TikToks on there, because it's only a couple seconds. But I don't post as much on there as I would like to either. But I will, you know, try to get more content filmed for you guys. I will be filming this weekend, so I'll have another video put out soon, hopefully next week. So I did up the speed on this video just a little bit because I did not want you guys to have to sit here and see the entire application process in real time. As you can see, I don't do a 1, 2, or 3 bead method. I really just use as many beads as I need to ensure that I build the nail to my liking. If I were to have been using polygel, I do a 2 bead method. Depending on the length of the nail, sometimes I might have to use a 3 bead method, but it's primarily 2 beads. I don't know if polygel is something that you guys would want to see on this channel, or if you want to keep it as just acrylic. One thing I do want to stress to you guys is I know there could be a lot of pressure sometimes for beginners to do a 1 or a 2 bead method with acrylic, because the stuff that we see on TikTok or the stuff that we see on other people's YouTube channels, a lot of nail techs that are more experienced do like to use the 1 to 2 bead method. But I don't want you guys to feel pressured into having to do that method. If you are able to work your way up and get there, that's great, but don't feel like you have to start off as a beginner and just automatically learn how to do a 1 or 2 bead method, because in reality it's not practical. I've tried doing it, and I've been doing my nails for a while now, and I still can't get it down. I'm just not comfortable with it. I feel like I work better and my nails come out better when there's less pressure and I'm not worried about how many beads that I'm actually using. So as you can tell, I'm not building up the structure of the nail with the glow-in-the-dark acrylic. I am just getting the base down so that I can have that glow-in-the-dark and the color. I will be building it up with Saviland's clear acrylic. The clear acrylic is where your strength is going to come from. For some reason, a lot of people say that colored acrylic is not as strong, which, I mean, I've done colored acrylic without capping them before, and they've been perfectly fine. I do have the Acrylics clear acrylic, but for encapsulation, I really like Saviland. It's a great acrylic. It's good for, beginners, non-beginners, whatever. For $9 or $10, it's not more than $10, but on Amazon you can get a 4-ounce jar of the Saviland clear acrylic, which is a great deal. I absolutely love Saviland's clear acrylic. One thing to note, when you are encapsulating, you do want to work with wetter beads to avoid any air bubbles, and you don't want to mess with clear acrylic too much when you're applying it, because it will end up making it foggy for some reason. So just keep that in mind. If you are applying a clear acrylic, work in wetter beads and just try to lay it down as easy as possible. You want to make sure to point your finger down and let gravity really work with that acrylic so that it helps pull the acrylic down the nail. So I am going to let the rest of the video play out so you guys can just watch the encapsulation part, and I will be back on when I have something else to say. Real quick, you guys, you will see that I do look down the barrel of the nail. You do want to make sure you're looking at the nail from all angles. That way you can see how thick it is. You can tell the structure of the nail to see if you have the right structure, if you need any acrylic anywhere else, or what have you. I do use the Model 1's dehydrator and primer, and then I do go in with the Young Nails Protein Bond on top of that as well. If you've never tried Young Nails Protein Bond, you're absolutely missing out. It is amazing. I have never had any lifting since I started using the 3 of them together. My nails will last me weeks at a time. So I did just want to go in and show you guys how I do my dominant hand using my non-dominant hand, obviously, just because realistically I always do both hands at a time. Unless, of course, I'm using the practice hand. I don't have to worry about that. But whenever I actually do my nails, I do have to do both hands at one time, because I actually don't do another set for at least a week or two. So I don't want to just have one set of nails on. not one set, but I don't want to only have one hand done. I feel like it looks weird. I'm not comfortable with it, and it's just personal preference. I know there's some people that can only have one hand done and they're perfectly fine with it. For me, I just don't like it. So, therefore, I do both hands anytime I do my nails. But I know a lot of people do struggle when working with their non-dominant hand. Just keep practicing, you guys. You will get the hang of it. When I first started doing my nails, it was super, super hard. But once you keep practicing, it does really get easier in time. So I'm going to go ahead and let this play out, and I will come back in a bit. Okay, you guys. So for the cuticle seal, I don't know what this drill bit is called. I have had this thing in my drill bits forever, and I have literally never used it until this video, which I'm 100% happy that I actually tried it. I absolutely loved using this drill bit to seal the cuticles. It made it so easy. And usually I will go in with like a 5-in-1 bit for the cuticles, but I decided to just use this one, and like I said, I'm so happy I did. I will be using this drill bit to seal my cuticles from here on out. I do have quite a few drill bits. Some of them are ceramic and some of them are the carbide. I do think the ceramic bits wear down a lot faster for some reason. But definitely look into getting one of these cuticle bits. I'm not sure if it's a cuticle bit. I'm just calling it one because that's what I'm using it for. But I would look into trying to find one of those drill bits and trying it out to seal your cuticles. Like I said, it worked really, really well. Here I just decided to stop with the e-file and grab the hand file to shapen up those sidewalls and crispen up the shape. I did start off with a 100 grit file, which I'm not sure why. I do not like using 100 to crispen up the shape. I always go in with an 80 grit, and for some reason I pulled that one out. So those are the rhinestones that I'm going to be using to decorate with. This Puente Super Diamond Gel Glue, I got this off of AliExpress. It was like 95 cents. And this stuff works amazing, you guys. I put it down first and then I go over it with my Model 1's top coat. I've had these nails on for going about 2 weeks and I've only lost one cuticle rhinestone out of all of them, you guys. And I have both of my hands done with the rhinestones. And mind you, when I do dishes or everyday household chores, I don't wear gloves. I don't need to, because with this rhinestone glue and my top coat, my rhinestones will not go anywhere. I literally have to forcefully pull them off when I'm changing out my nail sets. So I would highly, highly recommend trying this. Again, I got it on AliExpress. It was about 95 cents. So I do like to lay out my rhinestones before applying them, just so I kind of know what direction I'm going to be going in. As you can see, I did have them on my little Shein pamphlet. so I know where I'm going to place them. And then, yes, I did use my headphone case as a prop. I actually didn't have anything to prop up my hand on, so I just grabbed that because it was super close to me, but it did get the job done. I do need to get one of those little stands for my hand to like rest on for when I'm doing like rhinestone application or whatever the need may be. I do need to invest in one of those because I don't have one. I didn't need one before filming because I would just put my hand up to my face and kind of like face it in my direction. But yeah. So I did only film that 1 or 2 nails of me applying the rhinestones. I believe I filmed 2 of them. Yeah, it was my pointer finger and my ring finger. I only filmed me doing those 2 nails just because it's kind of repetitive. I mean, I'm just applying cuticle rhinestones after those. And here I am going in with my cuticle oil. This is Nailed to the Hustles cuticle oil, and it smells amazing. It has these really pretty little gold flakes in it, which makes your nail sets look really nice. I do love the look of your nails after you apply the cuticle oil. I think it does make them pop. But yeah, so you are going to be able to see the rhinestones on my other hand. So on my dominant hand, I did switch up 1 rhinestone on my ring finger. It's the same emerald green color. It's just like a teardrop with like a star on top of it. And I was really upset that I actually went in with that one after I had them applied. I wish I would have just did the same as my ring finger on my left hand, because I did not end up liking that rhinestone that you're seeing there on my right hand. I mean, it's a cute rhinestone. I just didn't like it for this set. So that's the only thing that I would have changed with the rhinestones. But here's the overall look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this nail set, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment. Let me know what type of nail sets you guys want to see. Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell.